Testing, 1, 2, 3. Do you see me? I see you. I see you. P. Pretty colors. Hopefully it works. This is Instant Classic 8. Just finished watching the Royal Rumble. I still got it going on downstairs, so I want to get back to it because I didn't see everything, but I saw for the most part. So that's gonna give you my review. It's the first review I've done in a long time, but I feel necessary since I did order the pay-per-view because I always love the Royal Rumble and I always order it. So let's just get started with the review. The first match was for the ECW Championship. It was Matt Hardy versus Jack Swagger. I can be totally honest with you people, I had never seen Jack Swagger wrestle before tonight. This match, it was okay. It was a little slow, too much going out of the ring and everything. It was a typical Matt Hardy match. Matt Hardy matches are kind of slow, but they're still, decent with it. Like I said, it's the first time I've seen Jack Swagger wrestle. He's alright, I'll have to see more stuff from him to see if he's alright. But like I said, this match was decent. It kind of looked like Matt Hardy was going to win, but the tide turned and Jack Swagger retained the ECW Championship. Beth Phoenix versus Melina. I didn't watch this. I see Melina won. I saw Melina won actually, but I didn't watch the match and I could care less, so that's that. Anyway, the World Heavyweight Championship match, John Cena versus JBL. I thought this match was, okay at best. Wasn't anything spectacular. They've had better matches in the past, but this match, it was, it wasn't that bad. I thought we would see more interaction from Shawn Michaels. We saw him come in. There was a rough bump near the end of the match, and Shawn Michaels came in, and both JBL and John Cena were in there. And it kind of looked like he was going to give the super kick to John Cena, but he actually gave it to JBL to the surprise of John Cena. And then John Cena turns around and bam, he gets a super kick as well. So Shawn Michaels, I don't know where it's going to go on with that. John Cena ended up getting the win. Shawn Michaels actually put JBL on top of Cena to give him the win, but Cena kicked out and hit him with the, I guess they call it the throwback now, I'm still called the FU, hit him with the FU for the win, so he's still the champion. Previously in the night, Shawn Michaels and JBL were backstage. I think it was right before this match. Shawn Michaels and JBL were backstage and they were speaking. And JBL leaves the room and Shawn has his back turned. All of a sudden he turns his back and there's the Undertaker. And Undertaker says something I forgot, but I know I was just jumping up and down inside like, this could possibly lead to Shawn Michaels versus the Undertaker at WrestleMania, which I would pay $49.95 to see that match alone. I just say that, with confidence, and I really, really hope WWE does this match because that's all I really want to see. Then we went to Edge versus Jeff Hardy. Before anything started, Vicky Guerrero came out and said it was no DQ, so Edge comes out with Chavo. The match was, pretty good to start with. They were going back and forth. Then a lot of outside interaction was going on. Chavo tried to interfere. Chavo actually got put through a table by Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy tried some crazy spot. I don't know what he was going to try to do on the top of that ladder, but he ended up pretty much slipping off. But he still went through the table, so it kind of, it was decent. But he could have did something more spectacular. It looked like he was going to do. The match was going on. Everything was good. All of a sudden, Vicky Guerrero comes and interferes and tries to keep Jeff Hardy from hitting the swanton. Next thing you know, out comes Matt Hardy with a steel chair. They take care of Vicky, and everything, put her to the side, and then, Jeff Hardy looks like he's about to, I believe it was Matt, either one of the Hardys looked like they were about to hit Edge, and then they stopped and they said, go get the other chair, I guess for the concerto, and, they put the chair underneath Edge, and then all of a sudden, Matt Hardy just turns right to Jeff Hardy, and bam, right in the face. It was magic, that's all I can say. It's great. This is going to lead to Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy at WrestleMania, which, if you got Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy and then Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, that's 2 matches right there. And then you're going to get Money in the Bank. I don't know, man. This is shaping up to be a good WrestleMania. But anyway, Edge ended up winning. Good God, Edge is champion again. I have no problem with that because Edge is awesome. But that's that match. Jeff Hardy, nice little title run. He made it believable, but everything must come to an end. And then the Royal Rumble match itself. Gotta say, it was a little disappointed. It wasn't as exciting as it was last year. I can give the fans in Detroit credit. I thought the crowd would be lackluster, mainly because last year's crowd in Madison Square Garden was so good. But they actually, they did a good job, even though they chanted, "We want Christian," we want Christian before anything had taken place in the Edge and Jeff Hardy match. We didn't get Christian, but they were very lively in this in the whole show. As far as the Royal Rumble goes, it was, like I said, it was decent. You saw the people you knew you were going to see: Chris Jericho, Randy Orton, Triple H, all these guys. But surprises, the biggest one, RVD coming out, I marked out like a little kid. It was great. He got eliminated, but it was still great. Shelton Benjamin, he did his little spectacular jump to the top like he did last year, but he got eliminated pretty quick. Oh God, Santino, how hilarious was that? He comes in, he slides in the ring, and as soon as he slides in the ring, gets knocked out. I believe Kane eliminated him. So Carlito did some crazy stuff. I haven't seen too many of his matches on SmackDown, but he did some crazy stuff in this match. Rey Mysterio lasted a long time. God, Finlay was in there way too long. Anyway, it came down to Orton, DiBiase, Rhodes, and Triple H. So Legacy against Triple H. Triple H ended up knocking Cody Rhodes out, knocking DiBiase out, but then as soon as he was knocking him out, he got knocked out by Orton. Orton wins his first Rumble, and he is in the main event for the at WrestleMania 25. So, like I said, the match overall was decent. I don't know, because last year with the Legends and everything, with Roddy Piper and Jimmy Snuka, that kind of was cool. I didn't get to see this time, but still overall it was a good show. Overall, the show was pretty good. I recommend everyone check it out. I think they announced, I was out of the room for a second, but I believe they announced that at No Way Out it's going to be Elimination Chambers again, so we'll see how that turns out. We'll see how the Orton thing turns out because of the whole McMahon situation, but until then, that's another time, and we'll see what happens. I am Instant Classic 8, out.